Hey, vinyl community, what's going on? It's LJ, and tonight is a very special video that I could not possibly be more honored to make. It's my response to Mr. Hall of Fame's 2,000 subscribers contest. Man, Brandon, when you ever made the announcement that you had reached 2,000 subscribers, that just, it was so cool to hear. I can't say it blew my mind because I'm not surprised. That is just fantastic. You know, I mean, one of the OGs, the original cornerstones, pillars in the vinyl community. You know, one of the guys that just started it all. And I mean, bear in mind, right? When the VC started, it wasn't the VC. What the VC was at that time was a few guys at the most, 2 or 3. I mean, super slim. And it was just those guys on camera and showing their records. And I mean, who can forget Mr. Hall of Fame's first video, right? It was dude showing records and just thinking, maybe hoping that anyone would even care. I mean, check this out.
For YouTubers, thought today I would kind of go through and share a few pieces of my vinyl collection, in the sense that I love looking at other people's vinyl collections here on YouTube, and sometimes it gets a little frustrating because there's not a lot of new postings, and I thought, well, I expect new postings, maybe I should be one of the people to post something new. So just kind of sharing this actually from my music.
That was our introduction to Brandon, right? I mean, and for that guy, so when he makes his video and says, I have 2,000 subscribers, and it amazes me that many people care. When you look back at those humble beginnings, to think that guy had any thought or any inkling that one day he would be part of the vinyl community, what? And 2,000 subscribers would have linked to him. I mean, you just can't even conceptualize that. That's amazing. And you know what, Brandon? It's so well deserved. So well deserved. You've contributed so much to the vinyl community. It doesn't at all amaze me that 2,000 plus people have found their way either to you or into the vinyl community through you. I don't think a week goes by that I don't hear, you know, hi VC, this is, you know, 1, 2, 3, and I'm making my intro video, and I've watched Mr. Hall of Fame. I've watched, you know, or a couple other people that are constantly mentioned, but it's just always Mr. Hall of Fame. And that's fantastic. And Brandon, you were one of the first people that I watched before I decided to start making videos, and the whole thing went down the tubes right there. You know, I can remember the very first time that I felt, maybe I'm weird like this, right? But the very first time I felt I clicked with you, or you and I synchronized. I mean, we all watch a lot of people. Sorry. We all watch a lot of people. But sometimes, and it can't just be me, you hit a point where you just feel like you click with somebody. And it's not that you don't like them before that, or you don't support them before that. Of course you do, and the VC's just like that. But Brandon, there was one night in your first music room that, and this is way back when, God, this must have been a couple of years ago, and I think it was, you were doing your first thread at the time. Check this out.
Got a lot of good questions in there, and I thought tonight I would just pick out maybe 6 or 7 of those questions and kind of do the first vinyl community thread, if you will. Matter of fact, that's probably what I labeled as vinyl community thread. So some really good stuff there. In terms of what I'm playing in the background, I always want to make sure I do that. Motorhead, No Sleep at All. This is basically a live LP. Just picked this up like an hour or so ago, which is really nice.
So it was your first thread. I mean, do you hear that? That's how long ago this was, your first thread. Threads are commonplace and an essential ingredient in the vinyl community now. And I don't know why. It was just the right time and place. I believe it was a Saturday night for me. And I was just sitting, chilling. And in that instant, I just felt like we synced. You know, we were just just hanging out. And you had no idea. You know, thousands of miles away from me. You had no idea you were posting a video that somebody else in the VC was just going to feel like, and we were just hanging out. And that stayed with me, and I think that's powerful, and that says a lot about you and the vinyl community. And you're just super approachable, just likable, good-natured, good-hearted. I mean, I just always hear great things. You know, supporting other people with their ventures in the vinyl community, or helping to contribute to other things in the vinyl community. Brandon, it wouldn't be the same without you, and I could not be more honored than to do my response, what would be for me to make you music. Brandon, for me to make you music, you are an 80s soundtrack, no doubt. And the more I thought about this, the more I got jacked about it, because you are. I mean, you are a musical Cuisinart, and I love that about you. You're jazz, you're rock, you're pop, you're metal, you're rap, right? You're all these things. And what's a soundtrack? It's usually all those things, all those elements combined. And I know you dig and you love hokey 80s movies like I do. And it's just, that's you. That's Brandon. You are an 80s soundtrack. You know, you are the soundtrack to Gremlins. I also know you love VHS. You are Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You are Short Circuit. You are Overboard. If you're not laughing yet, you're gonna be. You are the Karate Kid, Daniel-san. You are Soul Man. You are Soul Man, dude. You are Big Trouble in Little China. Brandon, you are so stir crazy. You are definitely the Breakfast Club. You are very easily just one of the guys. Great movie. You are Trading Places. They're problem officers. You are Totally Spies Like Us. You are the Blues Brothers. You are Back to the Future. You are Ghostbusters. You are Three Fugitives. You are Stripes. You are One Crazy Summer. You are Caddyshack. You are Police Academy. You are National Lampoon's Vacation. You are Revenge of the Nerds 2. You are Gung Ho. Yes, I could keep going, but I won't. And for two reasons. One, because you get the point. And Brandon, I honestly hope you're just gleaming from ear to ear right now, because it's awesome that you are just all those things. And I know you like VHS as much as I do. I don't even own a Blu-ray player, and I really have no interest in picking one up. I'm just happy with my VHS tapes. They sound right. They remind you of growing up. And I know we grew up through a lot of the same stuff. We've exchanged some great PMs in the past, and I know you mentioned in your contest, somehow you just seem to get it. And we just came from the same place. Do you know what I mean? We have exchanged PMs about the movie Breakin' and how we would take our tape recorders and record things, movies or stuff from the TV, and then listen to them later on our cassette decks. And we came from the same place and grew up the same way. And it's just fantastic. As far as soundtracks, you are 80 soundtracks too, and I mean, you are the ones that I decided to poll because they are you. I left a stack of them down there, but these ones are just you. You are Footloose. This for me is what you work out to. And you are Beverly Hills Cop, right? You are Eddie and the Cruisers. You are Flashdance. You are We Don't Need Another Hero, right? You are Fame. And for me, you know, you mentioned at one point that, you know, you're in the gym and you'd have your iPod on, and you gave me new light that, you know, thinking when I look at people that have headphones in, what the hell are they listening to? Because here's Brandon, and you're a big dude. I mean, you can tell in your videos, you're not 5'6", right? And you're just on the treadmill, or you're pumping, and your little white earbuds are in. But what a riot to think that you pull these earbuds out of these sweaty big dude, and what's pumping through them? Shaka damn Khan. Shaka Khan. That buzzed me up. And then there's stuff that, I mean, these are all you. You are Beat Street. You are definitely breaking. You are so breaking. It's a riot. And I love that you know this as well as I do. You are breaking to Electric Boogaloo. And you have become kind of my 80s soundtrack, just weirdo partner in the vinyl community. Just two total nerds. You are Bustin' Loose. You are my, you know, children's song compatriot here in the vinyl community. When you ever held this up, I went nuts. I was like, oh my god. You are the one other person in the VC other than me that will actually go out of your way to find a rare soundtrack just from a bizarro movie. You know, maybe I've seen a couple other people try to hunt stuff like that down, but not as actively as you. You are the Breakfast Club. You are the best little whorehouse in Texas, just because it's so campy. You're totally Ghostbusters, and man, Saving the Day is the best song on that soundtrack. You're Back to the Future. You're totally Gotcha. You are Miami Vice. You are Pretty in Pink. You are Ruthless People. You are every John Hughes movie ever made. You are Running Scared. You are definitely Summer School. You're totally Stir Crazy. You are all about Ralph Macchio, man. You're definitely Superman 3, especially when Richard Pryor was the robot at the end. You are Vision Quest. You are Up the Creek. You are totally Weird Science. I bet you could, if you and I were to sit down and watch Weird Science together, nobody would hear the movie because we'd be so busy quoting lines throughout the whole thing and just laughing hysterically, you wouldn't hear the movie. You are Who's That Girl? You are The Woman in Red. And you are a million other wonderful, good-natured things that just make you feel good about who you are. And that's what you are to me, Brandon, and that's why you are 80s soundtracks and 80s movies. And I hope you get that, and I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope you accept my deepest appreciation for you having reached 2,000 subscribers, a well-deserved, monumental milestone that it could not have been bestowed upon somebody better. Anytime somebody mentions the Hoff, Mr. Hoffame, Mr. Hall of Fame in a video, it's well-deserved. Brandon, congratulations. I hope you accept my entry into your contest, and I look forward to years and years and years of more phenomenal, just not even great videos, just Brandon, just who you are. Enough said. Thanks for watching, VC. Take care, and Brandon, congratulations. Ciao.